everyone. I'm so glad to get back into math after our tests. Remember, if you are viewing this video and you haven't turned in your math test yet, please hit pause and go to Edulastic. It is important for you to turn in your tests. But if you're done and you're ready, let's get started with Lesson 12 of Module 1. Today, we will be able to decide if the answer is the number of groups or the size of the groups using units of 2 to solve division problems. First, let's wake our brains. Let's solve multiplication sentences by skip counting. Let's multiply by 3s. Lost my voice there for a second. Don't worry, it's back. Let's wiggle it out. Bring it close. Let's count by 3s 6 times to solve 3 times 6. Ready? Go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. What is 3 times 6? It is 18. Now, you had 6 fingers counting up. That's how we knew when to stop. Let's see how we can skip count down to find the answer too. Let's start at 10 fingers at 30, and then count down until we have 6 fingers remaining. Now that we have our 10 fingers up, let's skip count down. 30, 27, 24, 21, 18. Now we had 6 fingers counting down. Let's do it again with 3 times 8. Wiggle it out. Bring it close. Count by 3s 8 times. Let's go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Oh, 3 times 8 is 24. Now we have 8 fingers counting up. Let's skip count down to solve 2. We'll start at 30 with 10 fingers and count down with your fingers as you say the numbers. 30, 27, 24. Oh, that was faster to count and easier. Now we had 8 fingers counting down. Let's count to 4s, 5 4s to 36. Ready? Let's go. Wiggle it out. Bring it close. Count by 4s to 36 and go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. This time, we'll count forward and backwards. Ready and go. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Bring it down. 40, 36, 32, 28, 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4, 0. Now let's count by 2s, forward and backward to 20. Watch me for it because I will change the direction. Wiggle it out. Bring it close. Count by 2s to 20 and go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Bring it down. 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Switch to whiteboard mode in 5, 4, 3, back in 2, and 1. Draw on the right to match mine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Skip count by 2s to find how many total objects there are. We'll have to skip count the columns, not the rows, if we want to skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. How many groups of 2s are there? There are 4 groups of 2. Let's say the total as a multiplication sentence, starting with the number of groups. 4 times 2 equals 8. Write the division sentence. Then divide your array into 4 equal groups to find the answer. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. We divided our array, which had a total of 8, into 4 groups by drawing column lines. And each of those columns was 2. Now, erase the lines that are dividing the array. Show 8 divided by 4 by making groups of 4. When we made those groups of 4, we saw that they had 2. So 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Go ahead and reset, and let's do another array. Draw the array on your whiteboard. We'll count by 3s to find the total. 3, 6, 9. Now we'll write a multiplication sentence that describes the array. 3 times 3 equals 9. Let's write the division sentence below and draw lines to divide your array into 3 equal groups. 9 divided by 3 is the same as what? 3. Solve the division sentence and turn your array into a tape diagram. We already had the lines showing our groups, so we just need to add a rectangle around it. Afterwards, we need to add our labels of what we do know and what we didn't know. We didn't know how many were in each group at the beginning. We knew that they had 9 total in 3 groups. I'm going to include all of that on my labels. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Let's switch to our application problem. A chef arranges 4 rows of 3 red peppers on a tray. He adds 2 more rows of 3 yellow peppers. How many peppers are there all together? Just like we do with tape diagrams, I want you to think, what do we know? What is the question? We know that there are 4 rows of 3 peppers. And then we add 2 rows of 3 yellow peppers. Let's draw this information. We'll start with the 4 rows of 3 red peppers. Then we'll add 2 rows of 3, the yellow peppers. Now, I could write this, my drawing, as a number sentence. 4 groups of 3 plus 2 groups of 3. That's the same as saying 4 times 3 plus 2 times 3. Notice that there are parentheses grouping the separate equations. 4 times 3, 4, 8, 12. 4 times 3 is 12. 2 times 3, 2, 4, 6. I could also think 3 plus 3. In any case, 4 times 3 plus 2 times 3 is the same as 12 plus 6, which is 18. Now, let's write a word sentence to answer our question. There were 18 peppers all together. Now, could we have used the array in 2 pieces to solve this problem? Could we have used a tape diagram? We could have used a tape diagram. Remember, tape diagrams are only arrays that don't have labels, or that do have labels. So if I had boxed my array and put columns in it, I could have labeled that there were 3 peppers in each, that what we didn't know was how many peppers there were total, and that there were 6 rows. I could have used a tape diagram or an array to solve this problem. Now let's move to another problem. 2 students equally share 8 crackers. How many crackers does each student get? We're going to draw to model and then solve the problem. We'll explain our thinking as well as we can virtually. So I remember division is fair share. It's when you share things amongst each other. You divvy it up. So I could think that I gave 1 cracker to each student until I drew 4 crackers for each. Now, let's write a division sentence to represent our model. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. We are now going to draw a tape diagram to represent this division sentence. We are now going to draw a tape diagram to represent this division sentence. I will start with 8 total. This rectangle represents the total, 8 crackers. In your mind, visualize where we would divide it to make 2 equal parts. Where should I draw the line to create 2 equal parts? Right down the middle. How does this diagram represent the students? 2 students, 2 parts. The 2 known items from the problem are now labeled on our tape diagram. What is unknown? I have added 8 crackers and 2 students. What we don't know is the number of crackers each student gets. So I'm going to put question mark crackers. Now, what strategy could we use to find the unknown using the diagram? We can give 1 cracker to each student until we have drawn 4 for each student. Let's go back to our original problem, this time changing it up a bit. There are 8 crackers, but this time each student gets 2. How many crackers does each student get? Now, do we know the size of the groups or the number of groups? We know the total 8 already. We know the size of the groups. But this time, each child gets 8. We can draw 1 unit of the diagram to represent a group of 2. What other information does the problem show us? It shows us the total. So I'm going to mark 8 crackers. Since we don't know how many groups, I'm just going to draw a dotted line. Notice I draw a dotted line around the whole thing. What is our unknown? The number of groups. That's why. Let's find the number of groups by drawing more units of 2. How will we know when we've drawn enough units? When we get to the total, 8. Draw with me on your board. 2, 4, 6, 8. How many groups did it take? It took 4 groups. Let's write a multiplication sentence to match our tape diagram. Or a division sentence. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. I could have thought of 2 times 4 equals 8 as well, or 4 times 2. At this time, transition to your Google Slides. You will have a short sprint at the beginning of your slides. Use the timer to help you. And make sure to read the directions. If you lose a text box, click Insert Text Box to bring it back. Afterward, go to your exit ticket on Edulastic. Remember, exit tickets are very important to be complete because I need them for your grades and attendance. You can use the Google Slide exit ticket to help you answer on Edulastic, but you must submit on Edulastic too. That's where I'll be looking for your grades. What another wonderful day. I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. Bye.